This counter-attacking technique, which incorporates the player lock and broken over-the-top through ball, will score you goals. In FIFA 22,
Griezmann, 3 men around him to somehow find some space. Ronaldo, fantastic, opening the drive back.
He's made himself the tiniest bit of space.
Almost feels like a bit of a time. Didn't really go for it. Oh! It's a display there. It's absolutely ridiculous. The Elastico on the goal line. On the goal line, the finest.
We
of
talked about
margins.
Aussie FIFA. He's not here to make up the numbers.
to perform this attacking technique, you just need to learn the player lock. Now, it's quite simple as long as you can get it down pat and it becomes second nature for you in your attacking game. You just need to press down R3 and L3 at the same time, so it's the two sticks, and then you're going to want to flick the right stick towards the direction of the player that you want to then control. Now, sometimes you may flick to the wrong player, but that's okay. You can continue flicking the right stick in the direction of the player that you want to select. So if you're looking for the striker, which in this attacking technique you're going to need, however, you accidentally select the cam, we can then flick the right stick again to then select the striker if need be. The best way of doing this is, of course, looking at the map, and that will give you an indication of who you have selected with the right stick. And if you have selected the wrong player, flick it again in the direction of the striker that you're wanting to select, and this hopefully should select the striker for you. Now, once you've selected the attacker that you want to control, you will notice that the player originally with the ball will be controlled by the AI, and this allows you to run around with the player who you have selected. So now you know how to do the player lock, we need to then learn how to do the over the top through ball. Now, there is a glitchy through ball this year in FIFA 22 which is over the top of the defense, and it's very glitchy because it seems to lock onto the attacker and it seems to float into the path and into the trajectory of your attacker as he is running onto it. Now, I've already done a tutorial standalone for this through ball. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's a more in-depth tutorial on this through ball. However, to perform it, you just need to hold down L1 or LB and then double tap the through ball button, which is of course Y on Xbox or triangle on PS5. And what will happen is the player will do a very high and lobbed through ball, which, as I said, will tend to lock onto the attacker, which you have obviously threaded the through ball to. Now, we know player lock, we know the through ball, we now need to perform this attacking technique. Now, once you've selected that striker and you have control of him, it's important that you make a run along the defense and time the through ball as you are looking to trigger that through ball with the player who is controlled by the AI and has the ball. So you perform player lock, you've selected the striker, you then want to run along the defense to keep on side and then time just as the attacker is just on the shoulder of the defensive line, and as he is in this position and he's just on that defensive line, you then want to hold down L1 and double tap the through ball button for the player with the ball to then thread that through ball through to your striker who is making the run. And what you will find is the attacker will then run in behind, will receive the through ball which is being put through with the player who has kicked it, for then him to then run one-on-one with the keeper and hopefully score a goal. So again, I'll quickly recap. You need to perform the player lock. Select the striker. As you have selected him, you want to then run in behind the defense, and just as he's on the shoulder of that defender, thread that through ball through by holding down L1 or LB and double tapping the through ball button, which will then allow your striker to run in behind, receive that through ball, and then obviously get into a position to hopefully score that goal. This is an attacking technique which I have used against elite division players as well as other professional FIFA players, and lads, trust me, it works. Once you can get this down pat, you will most certainly be able to counterattack your opponent quite easily, especially with how overpowered both the player lock and that through ball is. But that will signal the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I would like to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for the support, lads. We've hit 27,500 subscribers. I cannot believe it. We're growing day in, day out, and your guys' support has been tremendous. You're commenting down below your recommendations for tutorials, and I encourage that. And thank you so much for liking the videos as well and just turning up in your numbers. It's been absolutely amazing. But that will signal the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out. Sayonara, au revoir, adios, salam, and goodbye.